for, gosh, close to 18, 19 years. And you've always been big. I actually consider you a graphic designer also. I guess you just gave Steven a lot of credit, but I know you've been – you do a lot of design yourself, or at least moving around.
Yeah, he does the hard part. I just arrange it differently.
Right.
Whatever.
You've got the eye for space and all that, right? Yeah.
He's the creator, and then I kind of put it together.
But I know, I know I've got a lot of respect for your vision, how you present everything, whether it be in here and everything. And you said something really interesting to me back in the day about Scout Bar. Is after Scout Bar at this point was probably 3 or 4 years old. And this is going to come into a question, but you didn't want people at that point to realize it's 3 or 4 years old. You wanted people still to think it was new. Now, to fast forward to the Hunger, you just kind of mentioned new people. I mean, so it's almost like you can embrace the past, but also you're trying to present it new for a fresh group too, right? Or is that kind of the
even with the sound of the band, I call it, we keep one foot in the classic Numbers world where we came up and grew up in, which is the bands we used to go, Jeff and I and Brian would go see, like Ministry and Revolting Cocks and Nine Inch Nails before they were anybody. We used to go watch them at Numbers, and that changed us. So we'd like to keep one foot in that wherever possible, but you can't live in the past, permanently. So I just jokingly call it, we keep one foot in the past and one in the present. That's why we use a lot of dialogue samples from old horror movies and things like that, because that's the things that I really enjoyed about that time frame, and we're embracing it. Instead of trying to do finger snaps and auto-tune, we'll use contemporary guitar sounds and vocal effects, but we also like to keep, pay homage to the past, basically, things that we still enjoy. So if people like it, they like it. If they don't, then, that's their cup of tea.
So, I've noticed nothing but positive feedback, and I'm sure you all have too, from the releases you all have had. I guess were you releasing like every Sunday? Was that the deal? Because I know you were texting me, and I always felt special, but I realized I was probably like one of 10,000 people you're texting. But
I don't have that many friends, I can tell you that right now. Go ahead.
But but a lot of people felt like this kind of reminded them. I mean, it's like modern and different, but it kind of almost reminded them a little bit of some of the original stuff too.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the intention, was to put a new twist on an old thing. That's what we're doing, and it's also that's what I like. It's a little bit of selfishness in there too. So if it doesn't work, it's on me, but hopefully it does.
No, I think it does. And for the record, I think Devil Thumbs Ride stands up awesome. Here we're 24 years later, and that could have been released 2 days ago. And I think it's solid.
We appreciate you saying that, but that's what people started talking about us as even way back in the day, because no one here was willing to or very interested in using keyboards, especially getting real dancey and synthy, and that's we didn't have a problem with it. And it doesn't hurt that you get tons and tons of girls at your shows when you do that. But
so better looking than a Rush crowd, huh?
Exactly.
Well, we took the Avenue Numbers. Obviously, there's live music there, but it was still the underground alternative dance scene, whatever you want to call it. And that was a scene that we enjoyed. I mean, that's where the party was at. It wasn't at Fitzgerald's or whatever the place might have been. Sure, you could have a good time there, but it wasn't the same by any stretch. And, we marketed it ourselves from the very get-go as not the interloop band, not the guys that picked up guitars only, that hated everything else. We were the guys that would explore all the options, and part of that was also we would remix our own songs 18 times.
Right.
So, we, instead of playing those, Fitzgerald's or whatever it might have been, we were immediately into the big clubs, the Numbers of the world, where there were the good-looking girls, et cetera, which was all part of the draw back in the day.
Yeah. And to this day, so we intend on doing remixes of Therapy, as a matter of fact. And Jeff will work on one. We'll do like a 4 on the Floor stomper or whatever, but something you could play at a rock club, and then we'll change it up and add some just make it really different, but it'll still be Therapy. So. And we've always done that. Even rock songs, we'll take them and turn them into house songs or whatever. And that's just something we've always done, and it worked really well. That's how you get played in Heartbreakers and stuff like that. you do songs and change them like that so you can reach a whole different demographic of people. And then as opposed to just being a rock band. But we've always done that, and that stems from our history. And we're comfortable with that. Sometimes rock bands may not be comfortable with it. We just are. So
awesome. So December 5th, Saturday, here at Scout Bar, CD release show. Did I see an or some kind of other event on the calendar? Maybe later in the year. Maybe was it New Year's Eve or something? Or am I making that up?
That was. I think that's the numbers thing.
I think that's what I saw.
That Robert put on there. But that's. I thought it was going to be an online performance, and I think it fell through.
Okay, fair enough. My bad.
No, it's okay. It was confusing too, but. So far, this is the only show we have on the books. Knock on wood, it will happen. And then, we'll go back to focusing on writing and recording. I'd love to get at least 1 or 2 songs recorded before the new year. That would put us in a great spot to come up with another 7, 8 song album. We'd be well on our way to it. So that's the goal. And then, maybe in February, March, we'll start picking up shows again, playing a little bit. And it'll pick up, obviously, as the venues reopen and people become more comfortable. That's what we'll do. But in the meantime, we'll try to use the downtime to be as productive as possible.
Excellent. So I know the new album's available. I'm in the Apple scenario world, so I know I bought it on iTunes. It's probably available elsewhere, and I'm not sure. There's probably a place you want to promote that might have a better, share of the money than iTunes. I don't know how that works.
It really doesn't matter.
Just get it wherever you can get it. Right? It's available everywhere.
A lot of people prefer streaming. I'm new to it,
right.
But I understand why they like streaming. But you can go to Bandcamp where the band receives more of a share of.
There you go. Nice.
And you can purchase and or listen at Bandcamp. You can go to Apple Music. You can go to iTunes. You can go to Amazon Music. I discovered we have Alexas all over the house, and I'm like, Alexa, play Therapy by The Hunger. Now playing Therapy by The Hunger on Apple or on Amazon Music. I started playing it. And I was like, that was pretty cool.
No, that's pretty cool. So you can call that out the song. I didn't even realize that. I guess I'm a Prime member, so I guess I have access to that too.
Yeah,
Do
you have Alexas around your house?
I do not. Yeah, I guess for some reason I'm scared of them hearing me talk about.
I have nothing
topics.
to hide, and my wife uses it as an intercom system. So there's an Alexa in each room in my house.
That's awesome.
She can call the kids and tell them to come for dinner or whatever. So. It's I play Alexa when I get in the shower and I'll yell out Alexa blah 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 and then she plays it.
Boom.
Yeah,
nice. That is easy.
So I'm good with that. But now since we're on Amazon Music, we're on Alexa, so that's pretty cool. It shows the album artwork and the song. You can play the whole album or a song or whatever you want to do. But any relevant social media site or purchase site or streaming site, you can count on we're a part of it. We turned around our presence on YouTube, had a lot of content now, and there's going to be a lot more coming. And, we'll continue to drop videos for the next 2 months or so. So, on and off, that's the whole thing, content.
All right, so follow The Hunger on YouTube, on Facebook, and, get their new album at your favorite source. Or stream it?
Yeah, we actually printed some CDs that we'll have for the show. So for the really old school people that insist on having a CD, they will have them here.
I still have an old, Jeff and I were talking old school Macs. I still have an old, one of those old white iMacs that's got the CD deal. So that's how, I still have that to burn CDs and to input CDs. So cool. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, so it's just, we got a lot of requests through Facebook, please make CDs. So we did.
That's awesome.
And, I don't even have a CD player in my home. I can just play it in the car, and that's it. But, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Thomas, Jeff, man, I really appreciate the time. Appreciate you talking to us.
Thanks,
and
big guy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Really enjoyed it. Fist bump. And like we said, Saturday, December 5th, CD release party, Scout Bar with The Hunger.
Space travel. Beer. Does this look infected?
Awesome.
Beer. Boating.
Thanks, man.
Did we mention there's beer?
Great job.
Hey, thanks for listening.